The final whistle has just been blown. You know what it's time for. The final whistle review. Crystal Palace vs Sunderland. And the weekend of upsets has now been completed. Look at it, you've had West Brom beating Arsenal by 2-1. You've had Real Madrid fucking publicly humiliated by their rivals Barcelona. Who else? You've had Spurs wipe the floor with West Ham 4-1. You've had Liverpool again publicly humiliating Manchester City 4-1. You've also had the little thing of who? Oh yeah, that conference side, Newcastle United getting swept aside by Leicester 3-0. And now, Crystal Palace 0, Sunderland 1. Fucking get in there. I've got to tell you, I wouldn't say Sunderland rode their luck too much in this game, but to say it was a solid defensive display would be pretty spot on, to be honest with you. You know, we went there, we had the game plan, and most of the game, that game plan was park the bus. It really was. You know, I'm not going to fault the Sunderland players for that. Going to the team like Crystal Palace, who have the fast-paced players that they have, who, to be honest, during the game didn't really do much. It was, there was only a few occasions where on the wings, Palace really managed to beat our wing backs. And you're thinking, when you look at Palace, you think, fucking hell, Balassi, Zaha, even Kabay. By the way, Kabay is not Bellend of the match, so well done to him, putting a pretty decent display. But yeah, even though it's a Kabay in, you think, well, fucking hell, a counter-attack, Jesus Christ. You know, if you're going to counter-attack, then they're the players you want. And they are. Martial, fuck off. You know, the likes of David Silva, do one. You know, because they haven't looked that solid this season. Whereas, the likes of Zaha, Balassi, Kabay, they have looked relatively solid. So, going into it, 5 minutes gone on the clock, within 2 minutes before that, from 3 to 5, Palace 3 corners immediately, So they showed the domination at home. They had more of the ball. I wouldn't say they were dominant, to be fair. I'd say they were the more... What's the word I'm looking for? Because they weren't dominant. They were by far dominant. I'd say they were the more... Oh, I can't think of the word. I'll get back to the word. But yeah, anyway. So going on, you had the likes of... made a few notes here. I'm prepared this time, guys. Moving on. 10 minutes. You had Jones with a fantastic ball to Van Aanholt, who fluffed up the end product. He could have hit the ball straight across the goal. Defoe unmarked, onside. He'd have slotted home easily. But no, goes for the shot. Couple of yards wide. And you're thinking, even at this early stage, well... Scratching the head. You're thinking that's going to be it. You really are. Moving on, you've had oh god, the likes of O'Shea and Balassi. Ball gets whipped in. I believe it's by Zaha, I think it is. It gets whipped in. Balassi and O'Shea go for the same ball, and Jesus Christ, they are like two bouncy balls, literally. 1, 2, coming together, and the way their heads collided, badoing. No, literally, badoing. Fucking painful to watch. It really was painful to watch. And, you think that's the commitment that Sunderland have been lacking for most of the season. That defensive commitment. Okay, yeah, they're going for the ball. Fuck it. I'm going to go for the ball as well. And that's what we've been lacking all season. And defensively, Sunderland were sound today. Okay, yeah, of course, Palace, they got shots off on target. Of course they did. A team like Palace, you go away to them, they're going to get shots on and off target. You like it, you lump it. It's as tough as that. Moving on though, Zaha, he whips in a tantalising ball. It comes across. O'Shea gets the deflection. Bolassi's offside. He knocks the ball back across though. Wickham, I believe it was with the header. High, wide and handsome. You know, how many times did we see him do that for Sunderland, to be honest with you? Luckily it was offside, you know, but Wickham should have done he should have done much better. He got the height, but he just couldn't get the direction. And you think by then, you know, you need to do a lot better than that. Especially when, if you've got the height, you've only got the keeper to beat. He's right in front of you, knock it down and under him. It's not fucking hard. But he balloons it over the bar. Does sound familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, so moving on, you know, you've got the Ward. And Sunderland clear the ball. Defoe's going for the header. And Ward, literally, he assaults Defoe. You have to excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold, you know. Luckily, you know, referee, common sense, he gives the free kick. And, you know, Defoe, he's in a heap at this moment in time on the ground. No major injury. And you're thinking to yourself, well, Jesus Christ, you know, he gives a free kick, but no yellow card. You're thinking, what the fuck? You can have the SAS come in and assault Defoe. The referee wouldn't yellow card them. That's how bad it was. And going on, you know, it's fucking cold. It's fucking awful. But I'm powering through. 46 minutes. Catmull again finds a cross to Van Aanholt, who cannot control the ball worth shit. And it ends up, you know, Van Aanholt manages to get a shot off, goes out for a corner. And, you know, it was one of those typical corners, you know, where it comes in and nothing comes of it. And, well, what can you do? But going at the half time, 0-0, you know, and I believe, if I'm right, that this is the first time that Sunderland have played 2 games and gone to half time at 0-0, which is a pretty good effort. It really is a good effort. So, and you know, second half kicks off. You've got the likes of Sacco, a dangerous ball in, eludes everyone, and Sunderland clear the lines. You know, early warning signs. 47 minutes on the clock there. Well, 46, 45, I think it was. You know, 49. Corner gets whipped in by Kabul. Corner gets whipped in by Sunderland, who again they're showing they really want this game. Kabul with a really decent header and is cleared off the line. I can't remember who clears it off the line. No, don't have it written down. But yeah, cleared off the line, and it's the closest that both teams have come. You know, let's not forget in the first half, Kabai's trying to take a shot, and he's taken a shot at the corner flag. You know, that's about the closest anyone had came before that. So, you know, and then you got Bolasie again. He drills a shot. I think he took a slight deflection, maybe, but Pantelon pushed the ball away, safe area. You know, Nunes pushes it away into one of their attackers, the likes of Connor Wickham, who, to be honest, really should have been in that position, but he wasn't, you know. So, yeah, moving on, guys. I apologise about the notes, but oh god, with this cold, I can't remember what I fucking had for dinner last night. I really can't, you know. It's that bad. But you know, by the time around 63, 70 minutes come along, it's sort of end to end. It's swaying either way. Palace still looking the more conservative of the two sides. You know, looking the more creative, as if they want to win it, but they just can't get those major efforts away, because you know, there's a massive time gap here. You know, I've gone from like 51 minutes all the way to practically 70 minutes, and nothing by both sides has really happened. There's a few half crosses, a couple of catches by the goalkeeper, but nothing that you write home about, you know. And so moving on, you know, you've got Van Aanholt. It's the most ridiculous shot ever. He's bombing down the left. He plays a 1-2 with Defoe. He takes the shot. If he gets it on target, chance to score, or Hennessy will save it. He balloons it about 4 or 5 yards over the bar. And you think, you know, by now as a Sunderland fan, you're thinking, fuck me, 0-0 would look like a fucking steal of the season. But that is yet to come, guys. That is yet to fucking come. So yeah, 74 minutes. What more? You know, he's been put on the pitch, and he's down the wing. He finds Jones, takes a shot. You're thinking, fuck me, there aren't players in the box. It could take a deflection any time and go anywhere, maybe in the back of the net. But it ends up going straight through to Hennessy. Fuck knows how. And again, it's one of those things, you know, you're thinking, 0-0. It's looking like a fucking Sunday's dinner. Fuck that. A Christmas dinner. That's what 0-0 is looking like at the minute for any Sunderland fan, you know. Because not hitting a barn door with a machine gun. Yeah, we're getting shots on target, but they're straight at the keeper. You know, Palace are doing to us what we're doing to them. Forcing them to take shots straight at the keeper. And then it happens. It really does, you know. 79 minutes or 80 minutes, whatever you want to call it. It's in between those times. The ball's lofted over. It's a through ball to try and get Defoe through on goal. There's a mix-up with Hennessy and Scott Dann. Dann, all he has to do, either hook it on his right foot around Defoe, because Defoe, he won't get it. He wouldn't get a touch on it. Or, you know, kick it out on his left or his right, throw-in. Danger, gone. That's it. End of. It's as simple as that. But no, Hennessy's been an absolute tit. He's come running for the ball, think it's just going to go straight through to him. Fucked up completely. Dann has just been an idiot. Defoe's just shrugged him off the ball. And he's gone around Hennessy, who's gone to the ground to try and get the ball. Nowhere near it. Defoe slots home. 1-0 Sunderland. I've got to say, while Palace deserved to win the game, with the chances Sunderland in the second half start creating, Sunderland did deserve to score a goal as well. So Sunderland, technically yes, did deserve to win the game. Starts at home, the most composed finish you'll ever see, and the biggest dog pile of Sunderland players you will ever fucking see as well, because it just meant so much. Away at home to Palace again on a Monday night. Okay, I called it 3-1. I was presumptuous about that scoreline, to be honest with you. You know, and after that, not much really happened again. You know, Palace, they tried getting in the game. They were more dominant by then. Yes, dominant by then. Combined with a shot, Pantilimon saves it. And then, to be honest, 5 minutes added time. I know Defoe was injured, but I couldn't see where it came from. 3 or 4, maybe. But, you know, after that, not much really happened. Palace got a free kick, literally in the dying seconds. Goodbye. Side netting. Yeah. Didn't work out too well. Hearts were in the fucking mouths. My heart, I was praying. I was praying to every fucker. You know? And luckily he fluffed it up, thank fuck. And yeah, Sunderland, I wouldn't say we stole the win. You know, we were good value. We were good value defensively as well, especially defensively. If we could play like that defensively for most of the season, we'll have no problem staying up. I can't believe I'm still saying that. We'll have no problem staying up again. But you know, so moving on. Man of the match has to be Jonas Kabul. He was a pain in the arse for the Palace attackers. He really, and the midfield, he really was. Every high ball, Kabul was there to try head it clear. Every pass, he was nicking it off them. And you know, okay, even if he was nicking it off them, it was going back to a Palace player. He was still there. He was being a pain in the fucking arse for them. And man of the match by far for Jonas Kabul. Bellend of the match. Well, it's got to be Connor Wickham. He comes out, I wouldn't say slags off Sunderland, but he slates Sunderland just for the position they played him in. I mean, really, you're going to go that low, Connor? You're really going to go that low? You know, after the support the fans gave you, fair enough. You've shown respect to the fans. You know, you've said you still like the Sunderland fans. I'll give you credit for that. But well, with the shots that you had that weren't worth mentioning, yeah, wow, really, you just look like a twat. Bellend of the match. Well done, Connor Wickham. Moment of the match. Well, let's go back to the 7th minute. Yeah, the 7th minute of the game. Ward, he gets the ball past him. He's running with the ball. He runs over the ball. and away from the ball. Thinking that his Palace player's directly behind him. He's not. He's to the fucking side of him. And Palace on the counter-attack there, at that point. It wasn't much of a counter-attack. We had enough numbers back, but it was still a counter-attack nonetheless. And it came to nothing. You can't run with the ball. Think the man's behind you when you can clearly see he's beside you. Run over it and leave it. And I mean, he ran a good 4 or 5 yards away from the ball, and you think, what the fuck are you doing? Idiot, absolute idiot. But guys, well, you know what? It was a well-deserved win from Sunderland. They put up with a lot from Palace. Palace put up with a fair amount from Sunderland, and it was a good, solid defensive display, which is good to see. And for once, I am absolutely fucking over the moon. 1 point off the Geordies. Watch out, you bastards. We are fucking coming for you. We're right behind you now. I know most seasons we're behind you, but oh boy. The way you played against Leicester, the way we played against Palace, I know what fucking team I'd have on the pitch. Certainly not your shower of fucking shite. That's for sure. So guys, as always, I've been the True Mackem. If you have not subscribed, hit that button right now. Leave your comments below on what you thought of the game. I'm very interested to hear this, guys. I really am. Bit of banter. Get it all going out there, Stoke City, the next game at home. Going to be interesting because Stoke can be a bogey side for us, but we can be a pain in the arse for them. I'll see you all later.